Hey everyone, welcome to week 11 of Fantasy Football. Let's start with a couple of housekeeping things. First of all, I want to apologise to Ryan for revealing he had leukemia. That came about because of a misunderstanding between myself and one of his colleagues in radio oncology. Um, Sometimes this happen. I'll try not to imply that you have leukemia again this week at least. And secondly, I won't be able to do a video next week, so I'm going to throw a challenge out to everyone who watches these to do your own fantasy football prediction videos. Let's get into it then. So, me v Tread, huge week for us in terms of fantasy implications and the playoffs. Tread is starting my old QB in Matty Ice. Who has been, kind of up and down. Not had a good performance since week 6 due to his ankle injury. There's also the bye week in there as well, obviously. But hopefully he can come back and play quite strong. He's no longer got an injury designation, which is good for him. On the other hand, though, he is playing outdoors for the first time this season. As we know, he is an indoor domed QB. That's where he does his most productive work. So we'll see how all that goes. I think I'm going to back myself to win here, but we need to keep a close eye on that Chargers-Chiefs game. Being played in Mexico City. You've got Gordon going, I've got Henry, I've also got Harrison Butker in that one as well. And because of the extra altitude in that game, it's played at about 7,000 feet above sea level, I believe. We could be seeing Butker lined up for 65, 70 yarders to have his kicks blocked. So that'll be fascinating to watch. We should really keep a close eye on that game. Next, we move on to Phil and Ian. Ian is rolling with Jimmy G this week, who's without a lot of his weapons, unlikely to have Kittle. Sanders is questionable, Breeder is out. Jimmy he's also not been a high upside guy in fantasy this season. Only 8.1% of his attempts have been deep passes of 20 or more yards, second lowest in the league. He is very much throwing short with sticks a lot of the time. Both you guys have got great defensive matchups this week, which is going to be really interesting to watch. You've got Bills going up against the Dolphins, Jets going up against the Redskins, who I think haven't scored a touchdown in like 11 quarters or something ridiculous. I think it's going to be a really interesting one to watch. I think Phil gets to win here, but be sure to watch that Redskins-Jets game this week. Chris and Andy. Andy is probably okay with 16 points from his two Browns players on Thursday night, but he is going up against Chris. He's got Patriots defense, Mahomes, Kamara. Go on about this every week. It's hard to look past Tris as the winner here. I'm a bit surprised Tris hasn't declared this already as the renamed Shame Game Bowl. Steamage Bowl. Too late for him to do that now. So that one just going to roll on for another week. But yeah, keep watching that one. I think Tris wins, and Rams Bears is your one to watch. Move on to Brad v Mo. Brad, absolutely disgusting showing from him. Only 2 points Thursday night from that Steelers defense and from Boz. Terrible performance there. His week isn't going to get any better either. He's got Derek Carr starting as QB. Carr has been good for 20 points just once so far this season. He's also got Eckler, who's still getting the goal line carries in there, and he's got Chark as well, who's no longer being thrown to by Gardner Minshew. He's got Nick Foles back in instead. I think Brad is he's dropping right back into the renamed Shame Game Bowl here, or just outside of it with a tiebreaker. I still don't fully understand how the tiebreakers work on renamed Shame Game, but I think Brad loses this one this week. But yeah, make sure you guys watch that Saints Tampa game. That's going to be your important matchup, your important game to watch this week. Finally, Tom v Ryan. Another big one for playoff reasons here. Tom starting with a great defense performance by the Browns, who really gave the Steelers a punch in the face. And on the other hand, he had Connor as well, who only scored 1.6 because of that Browns defense before he went out injured. Right at the time of recording, still has a few edits he needs to make to his lineup. I think he's going to start McKissick, I assume, over Barkley, and the Vikings defense hasn't been slotted in yet either. This game also features a direct battle between MVP candidates in Watson and Jackson, going up against each other in that Ravens-Texans game this week. Out of two, you probably assume Jackson's leading the MVP race, but I think a win here for Watson. Another strong performance like he's had. I think he probably goes above Jackson in that race. Obviously, got Wilson in there still, but out of those two, I think he might move above if he can get into a win this week, obviously. I could easily see this one going either way, but I think I'm probably going to tip Tom to take the win this week, just because I like some of his players and the matchups they have. But yeah, make sure you watch that Ravens Texans game as well. Guys, this has been my video. Enjoy your week, and yeah, see you again.